Ziggy Sabaka has spent his life in his father's shadow. Despite being one of the best DBs in football history in his own right, with a style and position totally different from Nick's, he's constantly called the lesser second coming of his dad. In this video, he has the chance to finally step out of that shadow. His Mississippi State team made the 12-team playoffs despite missing the SEC championship game, and Ziggy was finally able to win his first Heisman trophy as a defensive player. Today, we'll see if he can finally lead his team to the national title and put a stamp on a legacy of his own. So in the first round of the 12-team playoffs, we are taking on the Tennessee Volunteers as Ziggy's laying down big hits to start this thing out. Offense has been struggling at times all season. Looks like they're going to be struggling again today as Hooker's just taken off there. Sit down. So Tennessee leaning heavily on the quarterback run early, but on third down, he's trying us deep and Ziggy's going to come up with his first pick of the day, showing off the range in the cover two. It looked like dude had us beat, but Ziggy makes a beautiful adjustment to get to that ball. Unfortunately though, offense turns it right back over. Hooker's just throwing a screen there. Sit down. 4 tackles and a pick already for the Heisman winner, but we need a goal line stop, and we are going to get it with a sack on third down. Tennessee misses the field goal, but offense just cannot do anything right now. I think that number 2 is going to have to score at least once today. We are absolutely shutting down this Tennessee defense though. Another third down stop. This time though, offense gets a huge touchdown, and that almost turned into a pick right there. So 3rd and 5 with time ticking under a minute. They're running some slants and our cornerback makes a beautiful play on the ball. So Tennessee's trying the long field goal, and this time their kicker drills it. Offense gets a huge touchdown before halftime though, so we got a 2-score lead going into the second half. Tennessee's just hanging around in this game. All it takes is one big play to put them back in it. They are finally starting to get something cooking on offense. So now it is 1st and goal. On the quarterback keep, he's gonna waltz in for the touchdown, and offense can't get it done. So with 4.5 minutes left, we cling on to a 4-point lead. That's gonna be a sack though, and we scoop up the fumble. Absolutely giant play. Now we're up by 2 scores. We just got to keep everything in front of us. Quarterback's taken off. We sit him down, but he does pick up the first. So Tennessee's finally going hurry up with 3 minutes left. He's trying our dude deep, and that's an absolutely insane catch. We're gonna need to clutch up here. I know offense is not gonna run the clock out, and that's a dime. It'll be a touchdown for Tennessee. Just like that, we've got a nail biter on our hands with a couple minutes left, but Ziggy has some space on the kick return. Could this be it, man? All we've got is number 24 to beat, and we're gonna take it to the house for maybe the biggest play of number 2's career. And this game isn't quite over yet. Tennessee driving it again. We shut them down at the start of the game, but their offense has really come alive here in the second half, and that's gonna be a touchdown. So offense not able to kill the clock. Tennessee still has a minute to get a field goal and tie it up, and he's throwing it to the out route. Our boy number 3 comes down with the pick, but somehow, despite Tennessee having no timeouts, offense doesn't kill the clock. They still got 25 seconds. Tennessee's just gonna have to go for a super long Hail Mary, and Hooker somehow gets that off. He catches it, but we tackle him short. Jesus, dude. We survive a close game, and we're headed to the college football playoff quarterfinals. Ziggy had 1 interception on the day. He just needs 1 more to get to 20 on the season. So in the second round of the 12-team playoff, we are taking on Miami. Ziggy's got the opening kick return, and he breaks a tackle. He's out into space, just the kicker to beat, and that is how he started off, man. Taking it all the way to the house. Let's go. Our second kick return touchdown in 2 games, and Ziggy is coming out fighting as he's taking on another one of his dad's old teams, laying the boom on Van Dyke. The Canes are gonna have to punt deep in our territory. Ziggy's gonna receive this out of the end zone, and he probably should not be taking this out, but of course he's gonna do it anyways. Coach definitely chewed him out on the sideline after that one. He is gonna have to be better, and that's a big run for Miami, getting right back to square one. The way offense has been playing, we cannot let the Canes get into the end zone. On 3rd and 9, they're just going verts, and they slice up the cover 2. So Ziggy comes off the field, and Miami's gonna score. Not ideal, man. We've got a battle here in the Cotton Bowl, but I don't know if this Miami kick return team has the wheels to keep up with us. We're gonna get out to the 50 this time, and offense comes through with a big 7 points. Van Dyke's trying to get out of the pocket, and he's able to throw that away. Thought we were about to have our 8th sack of the season there. That's right, 8, man. Ziggy's been keeping his eyes on the backfield, and on 3rd and 9, they dot us up. Ziggy makes a touchdown saving tackle. Should have been on that slant route just a little bit sooner. We are gonna stop him short on 3rd down, thankfully. The offensive struggles continue. It feels like we need to come up with a turnover on defense. We get another one on Van Dyke there. See what the Canes have got. They've been very run heavy, so this is our chance to get a pick. And that's just slants. Ziggy's on it, but not quite able to reach out for it. And number 88's getting up, jumping around. What the hell? That would have been to the crib for Ziggy if we were on it just a second sooner. But as it is, we're going to get a punt return. This time we have way more room to work, but number 23 was shot out of a cannon. He's going to shoestring us. Thankfully, offense finally gets something going, so we got a 2-score lead. Feels like the momentum of this game shifted in our favor, and that's a screen. Van Dyke takes the sack. So with 3 minutes left, the Canes have no choice but to punt it away. He has a chance to close this game out. Zigging to the left, zigging back inside, and at least getting offense into field goal range. So a 3-score lead now. We're really just playing for that 20th pick, and that might be it. No, Ziggy's not able to react. So we don't get a pick, but we do get a dub, and we're headed to the playoff semifinals. Quiet day from Ziggy. He really just did what he needed to do. So in round 3 of the playoffs, we have undefeated Ohio State, and we almost start this thing out with a pick. Ziggy drops it. Would have been a crazy start. Remember, Ohio State is the team that Ziggy's dad beat in the national championship so many years ago. Ziggy's gonna have to have a big game today to live up to that expectation. But offense gets it cracking with a touchdown right away, a very rare occurrence. And Ohio State's going slants again. Once again, we almost get that pick. I promise you, I will bait that up right one time if they keep running it. But we cannot stop Ohio State on this drive. So first and goal, Ohio State's going with those slants again, and once again, we misplay it. Ziggy comes off the field and they score a touchdown. An incredibly frustrating sequence of events, and offense turns it over. No matter who he's playing against, Ziggy will be laying down big hits, but those won't cut it in this game. We need picks, and Ohio State's running the ball all over us. This is a big time third and goal. I'm watching for those slants again, but instead Ohio State runs it and we can't stop him short. I feel like something is going to have to shake in the return game here today. Ziggy's been going crazy in these last couple of games, and he gets to the sideline here. He doesn't have enough speed to outrun these dudes, but that's a big one. That'll at least let offense get 3 points. So now we got to shut down this Ohio State attack. And on third down, Stroud is trying us deep once again, man. Ziggy drops the pick. Still a big stop though. Hopefully offense can do something with this, and they might not have to because we have a ton of space on the punt return trying to get to the sideline. We just have the punter to beat, but Ziggy gets tripped up inside the 10. Offense gets a touchdown. We've scored 17 and a half, and of course Ohio State runs the screen when I'm not looking for it. Sit down. So we head to halftime clinging on to a 3-point lead. This Ohio State team is definitely overall more talented, but they do not have a Ziggy Sabaka. He's been a one-man show. Stroud's just chucking it up deep, and our cornerback gets absolutely mossed by Harrison. So the Bucks take a 4-point lead in the third quarter. This has been a playoff game for the ages, and Ziggy has some space on the kick return. Can he beat these dudes? Not quite, man. Number 11 gets us again. But the kick return game has been huge, getting offense in position to score points. It's pretty much single-handedly what's been keeping us in this game, but I'm just waiting for that big play on defense, that pick 6 that'll spring us. We are gonna come up with a pick on the other side. Number 3 who had the big pick in the first round, and I don't know what has gotten into offense today. We have 31 points just like that. We are just a few minutes away from playing in the national championship game, and that might seal it out. Ziggy comes up with an insane one-handed pick. Our 20th on the season is extra satisfying at a huge moment, but offense gives it back pretty quick. This game isn't quite over yet. Ohio State can move the ball pretty quick, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous with them going hurry up here. He's just throwing that up deep though, and number 30 is gonna come up with it. That should pack this one up. So we are headed to the national championship. A great performance from Ziggy, man, with the picks and the kick return game. In the Natty, we are taking on who else but undefeated Alabama, the team that kept us out of the SEC championship game. And after going crazy last week, offense starts it out with a touchdown. We are not playing around in this game. We come up with a third down stop. It's time for the first punt return of the day after going crazy in the return game the last few weeks. Nobody on this Bama team is fast enough to catch up with Ziggy. He might have a chance to take this one to the house, zigzagging inside the 10, but he gets tripped up. 14-0 is a great start to this game though. We could not score on Alabama the last time we played them. This is gonna force them to have to pass the ball more, I say as they run a draw play. I'm all good with that though. Just keep punting the ball to us and we'll keep taking it back for big gains. Not quite as much room this time, but we'll make some with the back juke, and we're off to the races again. I'm trying to take this one to the house. The Heisman winner is showing out in the national title game. I shouldn't have cut that back inside though, but we somehow have a 3-score lead on the Crimson Tide. This run game was tough to stop last time, but we've been doing a good job so far today. Alabama is taking a lot of time off the clock with this drive, and I am a-okay with that. We've just got to avoid those big plays. On 3rd and 1, they're going with the Wildcat, and that's going to turn into a touchdown. Okay, so this is a game. So I would expect offense to slow down a little bit from here. We're going to have to play lockdown defense for the rest of this game, and we get the sack on Bryce Young. So our boy's just going to have to play his part this game until Bryce Young gets frustrated. That's going to be a huge gainer though. That was a beautiful design from Alabama, and he's going to take that one all the way to the crib. When we got up 3 scores, man, I knew this was gonna happen. It is hard to hold a lead on this good of a team, and Ziggy gets torched on the cover too. I was just a little bit too slow to recognize that. We should have had a pick there, and he had that deep route wide open, but he dumps it off. Bama will miss the field goal, so we hold on to our 1-score lead going into the second half. We are on that tight end dump off all day. Been a pretty uneventful day from Ziggy so far, and on third down they find the perfect route to torch our zone. Ziggy has gotten exposed for poor man coverage twice in this game. He has just not looked sharp, and his teammate gets diced up there. Holding him to a field goal here would be absolutely massive, and that's a screen pass. Ziggy's on it, and we get the pick. Get out of there, Ziggy. Get out of there, man. The biggest play of Ziggy's life so far, man. He somehow picks off the screen pass and takes it all the way to the bank. Let's go, bro. I was looking for that play specifically. We recognize it and jump it beautifully. So now we just got to play sound defense. We got a 2-score lead, and we're gonna get the third down stop. Looks like Nick Saban is electing to just punt it away, and time is running out for Bama if offense can get any kind of points here. We hit the juke move to make some space, and could this be another touchdown, man? We're down the sideline, just the punter to beat, and this time he won't get us. Let's go. We are proving why we deserve to win the Heisman and the Natty. Offense extends this to 4 scores, and you might just be able to call this game a blowout. This is definitely not what I was expecting. Ziggy actually ends up getting subbed out of the game, and we take home the national championship thanks to a huge pick 6 at a critical moment. Totally swung the momentum. So a crazy season comes to an end. 132 tackles, 7 sacks, 21 picks, 2 forced fumbles for Ziggy, as well as 8 kick return touchdowns, 11 punt return touchdowns. That is a Heisman season if I've ever seen one. Let me know if you think Ziggy should go to the NFL or stay in college in the comments. Be sure to like the video. Peace.